So we had an update from Tesla this morning.
Two.
Well, yeah, yep. So tell him.
I'm impressed. I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, this remote diagnostics person looking at our car is
Communicative.
yes, a good.
It's not a black hole.
right.
Excuse me, they are not a black hole. I don't know.
His name is Brian.
Oh, it is? Okay.
The very first interaction, the person gave us their first name.
Oh, wow.
Which I really appreciate. Because I guess in the Tesla system, they all know who talked to who when. But from the customer side, it doesn't audit trail the interactions and you don't know. Of course, you know people can go to other people's consoles. Sure. But anyway, the point is I had put in the Reddit link yesterday from another car in the fleet that started out having the same problem that Ruby did, because I just wanted him to understand that it's not a Ruby car specific thing. Right. It's a post-holiday update. Affected some cars on some configuration thing. Now our friend Richard up in Chicago, his X was fine after putting .4 on and is also fine after putting .6 on, and it's basically the identical config to Ruby.
Yeah.
So it would not be fair to say that all like 2017 100Ds had an issue or anything. That would not be true, but some apparently did, because his car's been upgraded exactly the same way Ruby's has, almost at exactly the same time. Right. So anyway, the guy said, is there a time today I can access your car to try some things out, make some changes and test them? I think besides just downloading software. Right. And, just let me know if there's a time that would be convenient. And I told, since Don saw the message before me, I said, just tell him we'll drive the Y today and we'll leave the X sit in the garage again. It's not a big deal. I mean, I would have took off in Ruby for a short trip in Fuquay, but that's likely to happen potentially any day, but I can just take Jules. Yeah. I can go put on Van Halen and want to drive it like it's a performance car like I did yesterday.
That's right.
This is why I don't listen to music while I drive, because I would be getting speeding tickets. It makes me want to speed. Makes me want to race people on the street. So it's just better if I listen to my Audible book. But anyway, so fingers crossed. Potentially something in the Reddit thing. I just wasn't sure if they had gone back, if they were trying to diagnose the current issue or going back and thinking about the very original thing that was wrong, that alerts disappeared, but that problem still seems to be in play because autopilot shut off, and that said it shut off autopilot. So it disappeared, but it didn't go away. So keep your fingers crossed. I thought you'd like to know we heard from Tesla, and that even though our appointment's not until Wednesday of next week, they are trying to remote diagnostically fix the car, which is good for us and good for Tesla. Yeah, sure. It should reduce service cost if the car doesn't have to show up there. It certainly makes me a lot. I mean, I don't mind not driving my car for a day, but to have to drive up there and back and up there and back, and Don go with me and drop it off. I mean, I want to go to the Lego store, but I could just drive up to the Lego store. The Lego store's near Tesla, but
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, that would be good if we don't have to drop her off and cycle for 24 or 48 hours.
Yeah, so when we said it was okay and we would take the Y today, and a few minutes after we posted that update, he acknowledged that update. So that's why I said the person is like, wow, it's not a black hole.
Support like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you can ask is them to look at it and answer you. I mean, I asked a question yesterday. They just said the autopilot computer was not behaving properly, an unknown cause. I asked, could you have any insight into what the issue is? And he answered me right away and said, yeah.
He said he was going to tunnel in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I am cautiously optimistic again.
Yeah.
I like to be cup
right.
full person,
Well, speaking of cups and not full.
Oh, sure. So Don and I signed up to give blood tonight at 6:45. Right. They close at 7. We went in, when the time we went in, there was 2 slots at 6:45 and one slot by itself earlier in the day. Yeah. So we'll try to eat dinner around 4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah. And then we'll go donate blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to stay hydrated today and try to drink an extra glass of water at least.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got sun this morning. It's around 40, going to go mid-50s today. So this is probably about a normal December day for us. Upper 30s, low 50s, that's pretty normal. Don and I are gonna go walk in a bit. The blood drive is the biggest thing today on our agenda. Miss J was back at Guardian Angel yesterday, and she let me know that after I left, there's an origami owl locket up there that I might be interested in. It has a cat charm in it. So I'm gonna swing by and take a look at that sometime here this morning too. Hello, good morning, Panther. Hi, bud. Here you go. Well, I am glad for the break right now of not having to mow the grass or worry too much about the leaves. Last winter I contemplated the whole winter if I should mow one more time and get it all looking good, and that never happened until spring. And that's fine. I mean, would it help a little bit? Maybe. Although I have to say that, yeah, I don't know how many of those leaves would get sucked up. They're all wet and pretty flat now. And it is pretty. I'm really appreciating the pretty blue sky today. It doesn't look like winter, you know, as much. Hi, good morning. Uh-oh, your blanket slipped. I don't know how that happens, but I'll fix it again. It's a good girl. It's no big deal. No big deal. So .6 was laid down again this morning, and the tech just updated us and sent .6 again, or some version of .6, and asked us to put it on, which we just did. So he said making progress, and if it's downloading and not hanging for forever, I definitely consider that to be progress. So yay. We'll see. I mean, I'm still hopefully optimistic. Yeah. So I waylaid us leaving the house, and it's late. It's 1 o'clock. I waylaid us.
Yeah, it's okay.
Mostly Don was drinking coffee and being productive, but I deleted Chrome and reinstalled it. I ran a scan on my computer and let clean my Mac, do some stuff, but it didn't find any malware or anything. I got rid of Workana, which was an extension on Chrome. I cleared all my browsing data and cache and made my life miserable trying to log back into stuff. The password managers, authenticator, and some other things. It was painful. They've now painted lines in our parking lot today. New parking lines. They put the arrows down. I noticed cones. Anyway, I did a lot of stuff, not all necessarily in that order. I did it in a more correct order and did restarts in between and everything. And I'm hoping the Google Drive upload speed problem might be better. But I'm still having, it's not predictive text, it's autofill text on the search box for Bricklink. It's still there even after all of that, and I cannot figure out how to get rid of it. Don can't figure out how to get rid of it. I've spent an hour one time before, and Don and I probably sucked up another hour today, and I cannot I have to delete it, and it keeps on putting these 3 things back in there, like no matter what. You can't drive in Fuquay without seeing another white Y. Hi. So I went into Guardian Angel real quick. Miss J had found a origami owl locket. It had 2 kitty cat charms, and I love my cat, a couple of crystals, and a plate that said believe on the back. So it was all real. It's all stainless steel origami owl enamel stuff. So it was, I got it. Don waited. I didn't look at anything else, but they were super busy in there. They had only had 2 cashiers instead of 3, and there were like 6 people in each line. Thank goodness Michelle and I weren't trying to check out, because it usually takes 10 or 15 minutes to check us out. Holy moly, it's windy out here, Donnie. And them poor boys are down there practicing baseball.
Shirt sleeves. Shorts and shirt sleeves.
It's very windy. I opened up Jules's door and it about blew out of my hand. That's how bad the gust was right that second. I ran 2 full times around today and this stinker kicked it into overdrive at the end, knowing that I'm competitive. It made me put in the afterburners too, right there at the finish line. Yeah, it's not fair when he's, you know, hustles a little bit but doesn't go with his full potential around the track along with me and then tries to win at the very end. It's all victory. It's all fun and games. I still won. I didn't record a lot because of the wind. We got in, it ought to be about 53 minutes by the time we get to the car, but we ran and did all our exercises and picked up trash, and it was a good, solid workout. I think Don likes his watch, and I'm going on the fact that he's not cussed it once.
That's true. I've not cussed it once.
He did wake up this morning and say it started beeping at 6 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
And I went in and adjusted his do not disturb settings. It says the watch mirrors the phone. So it's off from midnight to 8 a.m. now. But like my phone, you've got an exclude list. So if I should try to call you from somewhere at 2 a.m. or Johnny should, it should ring through. So.
Right. Way cool.
Yeah. Well, the cones are gone, but you can see the white lines. Although back there, if you can see, they only did the small little stretch. So I guess, you know, they don't want to block off the whole parking lot. They just blocked off a small section. Then they'll come back and do the others. Well, they did not paint them the same. Oh, Donnie, they painted them at an angle. So if you come in the right way, you can't get into the spot now.
Yeah.
Because they're not painted properly.
Yeah.
Now they angle that way as if you'd come in that way and gone here, yet the arrow says that they repainted is out there. And how could they have messed that up? I mean, why would they have done that?
Yeah, well.
I mean, really? I don't really have time to finish Rudolph's part of the sled, but I'm going to work on it anyway. We're headed up to Walmart to give blood. I didn't get very far on the front part of the sleigh thing, the Rudolph part. I'll finish it when I get home. Maybe I got a third of the way through it. Ruby's stuck downloading at 100% again. I'm sure there's a reason why they thought it would be helpful to reinstall .6 several times or start the download several times. I don't know what that would be, but I'm sure there has to be a reason. Unfortunately, we did not get the things are fixed, go enjoy and drive your car message today. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't give up hope, but she's not fixed. So I had the brand new Lego Peacock.
Yeah.
Beautiful set in my hands, and I know it's a January the 1st set because, you know, I'm in the know. And I went up and I scanned it, just hoping no
recall.
Associate been called over. Her and Maggie, who I've known for 20 years, she's worked at this store. They were just watching me, and I'm like, I know you're going to tell me it's recalled, and it's really just not allowed to be sold until the 1st. And the girl's like, but if we tell people that, they'll light into us. And I'm like, I wasn't going to do that, but I was hoping that the computer didn't know about this one. So they had the ukulele, they had the new flower watering can, but I picked one, just one.
Yeah. Poor kitten.
We're back home. We have a couple of Kind bars up there, and I felt just a bit woozy, so we had a Kind bar. I feel better now. Yeah. So we were watching For All Mankind on Apple TV, you know, the space thing. It's really good. I think they just dropped, I think it's season 4 in November. Now that all the Hallmark Christmas movies are over, we've started watching that. I want to finish Rudolph. I won't start on the sleigh. Maybe I can do that in 30 minutes, and then that'll leave us enough time to watch 2 or 3, binge watch some of the For All Mankind. I think tonight we start, I want to say number 5. There's usually 8, so we're getting close. The seasons are so short, and you have to wait so long.